The Deadlights are its ultimate weapon, and Pennywise unleashed them twice in a really intense episode 7 of It Welcome to Derry. But they're a lot more than just a weapon. To learn what the Deadlights mean, how it uses them, and how they affect characters differently, make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Pennywise doesn't just use the Deadlights. She is the Deadlights. The creature we know best as Pennywise is actually those 3 orbs of light. And that's because it is an interdimensional being billions of years old. Stephen King's larger universe and multiverse is called the Macroverse. It is a powerful figure in that design, as the being is part of a race called the Deadlights. And you may have seen that its spider form is the closest human minds can come to understanding its true form, and that's true, because it's the closest humans can see without completely going insane. More on the effect of the Deadlights, though, in just a bit. The ultimate god of the Macroverse is Gan, but the universe was created by Maturin, a being in the form of a giant turtle who vomited that universe out when he had a stomachache. That turtle is the nemesis of It, and both Maturin and Gan play roles in the Ritual of Chud and the overall It story, as well as the Dark Tower and others. It crash-landed on Earth 1 million years ago in the area now known as Derry, Maine, and since then it's kept a grip of fear on the citizens that provide it with an appealing meal every 27 years. It stokes fear, which is like seasoning to the meal, by taking the form of whatever its victim fears the most. But sometimes that isn't enough. Sometimes it needs the big guns. That can either be because of the person it is facing, or because that person is key to its plans, or close to someone it considers an enemy. So what are the Deadlights? As we covered earlier, the Deadlights are its true form. Showing the Deadlights to a victim will have a devastating effect. It unleashes the Deadlights by unhinging her jaw and showing the 3 orangish orbs. Think of it as the ultimate finisher in Mortal Kombat. Imagine having an overwhelming alien horror unleashed on your mind in an instant. That's what the Deadlights are. The effects they will have vary from victim to victim, though. Some are thrown into immediate insanity, while others are suddenly in a catatonic state that can sometimes be brought back from. For others, death can be immediate. So why do victims experience different results? I have to think part of this is the intentions of It. She can release the power of the Deadlights at varying degrees depending on the outcome she wants. For example, Ingrid Kirsch has been a useful tool for Pennywise for 2 cycles. Pennywise was going to let Ingrid live. She told her she was going to go to sleep now and tried to leave.
Now, I'm going to sleep.
But Ingrid grabs her arm and 2 things happen. 1, Pennywise senses the terror Ingrid has about being abandoned, and it's like when you see that incredible looking piece of chocolate cake even when you're already full. But she also knows Ingrid has been a loyal, useful tool, even if that was all based on the ruse that it was really Bob Gray in there. So Pennywise now has to get rid of this problem but still appreciates Ingrid, so she spares Ingrid, kind of. The power of the Deadlights is such that I think it will drive Ingrid into insanity, as we see when she's being carted away. In the case of Beverly Marsh, Pennywise hits her with the Deadlights and adds her to his creepy collection of souls in the sewers. She's suspended there, maybe saving her as a snack for later. But she's in a catatonic state because she can be brought back by a kiss from Ben Hanscom. And yeah, this moment is kind of cheesy, but I think it stresses that the togetherness, companionship, and unity are just as important as the lack of fear when you're combating it. Like Richie, Beverly can be brought back relatively quickly. But Bill's wife Audra is a different story. She's shown the Deadlights by It on her way to Derry in both the novel and the 1990 miniseries. She stays in a catatonic state for years, and Bill only gets her to snap out of it by taking her for a ride on his bike Silver. From a story standpoint, this is partly meant to show the lingering effects of its terror, and the power the Losers Club childhoods had. But why is Audra affected for so long, but Beverly and Richie are not? That's because I think there's one more thing at play here. People with the shine aren't as affected by the Deadlights. Dick Halloran is able to recover from his encounter with it pretty quickly, and we know the entire Losers Club has the shine, as do many pivotal characters in King's universe. It's kind of like his magic system. That's why Beverly and Richie could mostly recover in minutes, while Audra was in a catatonic state for years. Either way, even characters with the shine couldn't overcome it themselves. That's where the theme of unity and companionship comes in once again. In Welcome to Derry, it's incredibly likely that Will Hanlon has the shine because we know his future son Mike will have it. So it's likely he's snapped out of the trance in the final episode. However, I think it's pretty likely that Ingrid will either die or is destined to stay at Juniper Hills living out her life in insanity. Would you stand a chance against the Deadlights? Let us know in comments. Let us know why, too. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more on it, Stephen King, and everything horror. Have a great day, everybody, and stay scared out there.